Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Akshay here, and today I have another very interesting Google Sheet trick for you guys, and this is how to unpivot values from inside a cell. Okay, so before I proceed, this is also an extension of one of my previous videos where I have unpivoted uh, values from a table using array, split function, and the flatten function formula. If you haven't checked that out, the link is in the description. Do check it out and let me know what you think about it. So there will be a time when your boss or your supervisor might come up to you and say that, hey, I want a cleaner report. Okay, you see the data and you see that the id is there, and a lot of sub IDs are there and is mapped to one particular ID, but it is congested or contained in one single cell. Okay, so basically how it should look like is you should have your ID here, control D for the same values, and then you have these sub IDs as usual, sub A1 as usual. So this is how your data should be. Okay, for every sub IDs that is mapped to it, the entry should be in the individual rows. Okay, but how will you do it? Okay, there is no way to separate these things, as it is one after the other stacked within the cell. It is stacked one after the another. Okay, so how will you separate it? If you go to data text split text to columns function, so you don't know what to separate. Should I detect automatically? Should it be comma, semicolon, period, space? You don't know. Okay, but there is one function and there is one way to split this into individual rows or individual columns as the need be, and I'm gonna show you that. So I hope you are familiarized with the split function that I've shown in one of my previous video. Again, the same video that I have said you. Okay, you can select this, and instead of a column or a particular delimiter that you don't know, here in this case the delimiter is nothing but its character, and within the bracket it is 10. Okay, so what it does, it splits the particular entry within a cell using an inline character. Here the delimiter is the new line character. Okay, if I hit enter, so it has split itself into column wise entries, and this is the result you get. Okay, if you, let's say, transpose it, so you will get row wise entry. Okay, but you cannot keep transposing each and every row for each and every IDs, right? It's gonna take you a lot of time. Okay, the only way is to do it the smart way. And how will you do it? By employing one of the previous tactics that I used in the previous videos as well. Okay, I'm gonna say flatten. Okay, flatten, and then I'm gonna first mark my IDs, and then I'm gonna say and then give a delimiter. Okay, let's say my delimiter is comma. I can give any delimiter, but if you are placing it or nesting it within the same split function, then the same delimiter needs to be repeated again. Okay, and then I'm gonna say and then this time I'm gonna give these entries, but before that I'm gonna say trim. Again, this is optional. Okay, why? Because I don't know whether there are white spaces within this or not. Okay, so as an optional I'll give it trim, else not an issue, no need to give, you can. Okay, then I'll say split, and the same thing that I showed you guys. Okay, I'm gonna select these entries, and then I'm gonna say comma, I'm gonna split them by using a caten function. Okay, then I'm gonna close the brackets for the trim function, okay, as well as the flatten function, and then I'm gonna hit enter. It doesn't happen. Okay, so I have to nest it within a split function as well, because I have joined this column as well as this column using a comma delimiter. Okay, I need to split it again. I'll say split flatten, and this time I'll give the same delimiter as I have given within my flatten function. Okay, outside of the trim and split function, this comma function, I mean comma delimiter. Okay, I'll say comma, and then I'm gonna close bracket. You anticipated what error it would be. So I need to nest the same formula within the array formula, because as usual it will create a new matrix with the new entries in it, and that is what I want. Okay, I cannot uh, just say that one cell will do it all. No, I have to nest that. If I'm expanding my result, I have to put that within my array formula function. I'm gonna say array formula. Okay, and then I'm gonna close bracket, enter. uh, mm, there must be some issue with it. Split. mm, I'm gonna hit enter, still doesn't come. Why? Oh, my bad. Formula, my bad, very sorry on that. Formula. Okay, it should come. Yeah, it came. So this is the result of what I want. Okay, these are my id and these are my sub ids. Okay, but there is a problem. I don't want the null values here. Okay, I don't want them. Okay, for that case what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nest this entire function within a query function. Okay, and I'm gonna take only those entries that are not null. For the second column, I'll say query, and this is the formula as usual, and then I'm gonna say in double quotes select everything where my second column is not null. Okay, so query formula also takes a lot of entries. Okay, as a table, for example, this is the table entry that has this expanded array formula. um, Table is the new entry that it takes, but however the problem with this is it doesn't recognize whether it's a column, B column, C column, or D column. It only identifies the reference columns. Okay, for example, the D column will be the first column for this one, and E column will be the second column for this formula. Okay, so in that case it only understands first column and second column, and so the results will be populated according to that. So I am saying that from this formula I want only those entries from the second column that is not null. Okay, and this will give me a little bit more clean results. Okay, you'll see it when I hit enter. So here you go. Okay, so you see id 001 is populated, has all the sub ids in a row format for each sub ids. Similarly for 2, it has 2 sub ids in a row format, and 3, it has 6 sub ids in a row format, all done individually. Again, one of the another very important and cool formulas to use in your workplace and to increase your productivity. Feel free to share it with your friends who work in data analytics settings and are very concerned about how to unpivot values from inside a cell when they see a huge data. That's it from my side. As usual, keep learning, keep growing. I'll see you next time. Till then, happy working. Thank you.